Die neue Annalena Baerbock meint, dass es Europa gelungen ist, Amerika einzubeziehen in die Verhandlungen mit der Ukraine und Russland. What? Okay. Und der kleine arme Kevin Opfer ist krank geworden. Wegen böse Bauern. Ach, ist bedroht worden durch die Bauern. Und deswegen ist so krank geworden. 8 Monate später. Über all das werde ich heute mit euch reden müssen. Aber auf Englisch, weil mein Deutsch ist zu schlecht, eine ganze Folge in Deutsch zu machen. So here we go. All right, so the new Annalena Baerbock, right? The new Annalena Baerbock, which I don't know his name, and I don't care that I don't know his name, because if I thought he was worth remembering, or if I thought he deserved any sort of respect, or I thought he had earned any sort of respect, then I would have remembered his name. If I thought the guy was impressive in some way, I would have remembered his name. But there's going to be a new foreign minister, obviously, because the government is changing. And so Annalena Baerbock has gotten a promotion for all her failures and is going to the UN. And now she's going to be replaced by another Annalena Baerbock. They're all the same people to me. All of the people in the CDU are Friedrich Merz to me. You know what I mean? They're all interchangeable. They're like interchangeable characters in a big fuck you play to the German people. That's basically what it is. So I don't care what the guy's name is. He's going to be the new guy in that position where he's going to carry on the status quo of everybody that's been in that position before him. So it's basically doesn't matter who it is. But he got on TV and he said, he praised Europe for their accomplishment of being able to integrate America into the peace talks with Russia and Ukraine. I heard it, right? I heard him say it. You know what I mean? He said it on Phoenix, which is like a supposed news channel. It's state propaganda, but it's like a news channel for normies, for people who just don't care if they're being told bullshit or not. It's mainstream media. In this case, it's actual state propaganda, right? And he got up there to tell the German people that Europe should be praised because they integrated the U.S. into the peace talks with Ukraine and Russia. Now, these fucking people aren't even trying to hide their lie anymore. Now they're just out there just straight up lying, right? Straight up lying. And they think everybody's stupid enough to believe that shit, right? So, I mean, and there are enough stupid people that believe that shit because those are the people that voted for the CDU to begin with. Sorry, guys, you know what I'm saying? I bet a lot of you would be generally on my side of things, but you guys made the dumbest mistake in the whole fucking world to believe these people, and you voted them in again when you had a much better choice, and you knew that these people were going to fuck you once they got in power, and that's what they've done. So you get what you deserve, and you get what you voted for in that case. But even those people, right, there's enough of them that still think critically in other areas, and know, like everybody on the planet knows, that Europe didn't initiate any peace talks. As a matter of fact, everybody in Europe, with Germany at number one, were trying to drive this war further. They wanted this war to continue. They wanted to deliver Taurus rockets, and Ukraine was going to win. Yes, and we're gonna stand by Ukraine until the very end. Well, then you're about to go down. You know what I mean? Because Ukraine has lost this shit, right? Even with Western weapons and money, they are still losing, right? And they're going to lose. That's not the point, though. The point is that only Donald Trump and like Viktor Orban, right, were the two people on the planet who, for the last 2 years at least, have been screaming, no, we've got to find a diplomatic solution to this. War is crazy. It's crazy that people on both sides are dying. Both sides have a point. And we need to start negotiating to make a deal to put an end to the killing. No European politician was saying that except for AfD people, right? That's maybe Sarah Wagenknecht. I got to give her credit. Her too, okay? And Orban. But the regular establishment people, the CDU people, and Ursula von der Leyen and all these fucking people, and Strack Zimmermann. I mean, if you ask any American person, what is the most Nazi-sounding name to you? They would say maybe Goebbels, Mengele, and definitely Strack Zimmermann. You know what I'm saying? You're like, wow, anybody that's called that, you got to be running out the fucking door, right? Anyway, all those people want this war to continue, and they have up until right now. You know what I'm saying? They still do. They're still trying to thwart Donald Trump's plans to put an end to it. They are still telling Zelensky, no, fuck Donald Trump, Zelensky, fuck that guy. We're going to keep going, man, because it's unacceptable if you have to take any sort of loss in this war that you are a part of. You know what I'm saying? So for the new foreign minister to get on camera and say that he's proud of Europe for accomplishing that America integrated itself into the peace talks, and then he said, look, you can see he pointed to the talk that Zelensky and Trump had at the funeral of the Pope as the example of that. I'm like, wait a fucking minute, dude. This guy is lying out his asshole, right? Completely. He's not, like I said, he's not even trying to hide it, okay? He's not even trying to hide it. They're not even trying to, like, make the story believable, you know what I mean? He's straight out telling the German people, yo, these peace talks that are going on between Russia and Ukraine and all that, we did that. That was us, Europe, and we convinced Donald Trump to take part in that. That's what he's saying. That's the maddest thing I've ever heard. And I hear pretty mad shit every day. I'm serious. Like, that's why I call this thing the Insanity Report. That's crazy, okay? That's crazy. Everybody knows, or everybody should know, that is not what's happening at all, right? As a matter of fact, Donald Trump has excluded Europe from the peace talks. Macron was like begging to be at this talk with Zelensky, and Trump said no. None of your goddamn business. Beat it. Beat it, Frenchie. Beat it. I'm talking to Zelensky, man. That's basically what he said. Macron, get out. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Donald Trump's going to do that all the time because he doesn't need Macron or some other European politician trying to influence the conversation to his detriment. So he's going to talk to Zelensky one-on-one because he's the better negotiator, and Zelensky, he doesn't want Zelensky to have any help. That's obvious. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that either. I would not negotiate with somebody if there were people around him constantly like whispering in his fucking ear at the negotiation table. I'm dealing with that guy. He's the decision maker. I want to talk to him. I don't give a shit about Macron, right? And neither does Donald Trump. And so let's be clear here, people. If the Europeans, like the way that this foreign minister should have said what he said have said, we are going to have to beg Donald Trump for permission to include ourselves in these peace talks because, you know, we want to be a part of it and we think we should be a part of it. And so we're going to have to negotiate with Donald Trump as to what kind of role we can play. And we hope that the European Union can accomplish that in the near future. That's what the guy should have said, right? What he said was, we convinced Donald Trump to take part in the peace negotiations with Ukraine and and Russia. I was like, oh my God, dude. At first I thought, like, okay, my German's pretty good. I've been here for 10 years. I can speak pretty good German, you know what I mean? But maybe I'm understanding what he's saying the wrong way here. You know what I mean? It is possible. I also didn't know what diffuses Gefühl meant. Yeah, I could kind of guess. I just don't know what the word diffuse means. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe that can't be that this guy's actually saying this. It's me. I don't speak German well enough to understand. But no. My wife is German. You know what I'm saying? So I asked her about it. She was like, yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying. I was like, okay, well, that's insane. That's insane. These people are completely delusional. They want the German people to believe that they were all of a sudden, they're on board with this peace negotiations all the time, the whole time. They've been trying the whole time to get peace in Ukraine. And what do you, come on. That's not Donald Trump. That was us. That's what they're saying. I mean, it's almost can't even get any crazier. God, we can't take the word of anything these people say, okay? That's why I don't remember the dude's name, is because his name is irrelevant, because they're all a bunch of lying scumbag motherfuckers that have no right to make decisions in my life. I'm sorry. I do not give them the right to make decisions for my life. I will do whatever the fuck I want. And if there's consequences to that, then I'll see then at that time what those consequences are. But I am not fucking taking any shit from these people. I'm not taking any pointers from these people. I'm not going to allow these people to tell me what to eat, if I can have pets, what kind of car I'm going to fucking drive. As a matter of fact, I'm going to buy the biggest gas guzzling fucking environmentally non-friendly car I can in the world. If I ever get rich, I'm going to buy only those cars. I'm going to pay people to drive them around, because I can't drive them all at the same time. Because that's how much I hate these fucking people. Fuck those people, right? This asshole's gonna get up there and actually sit there and say that Europe was busy doing peace talks the whole fucking time. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. I mean, I don't. Of course, Donald Trump is gonna hear about this at some point. I would hope he does, but it's lucky he doesn't speak German, that he didn't catch it right away. Because I'll tell you what, this dude's gonna get a call from Donald Trump eventually. You know what I mean? And Donald Trump will be like, "What the fuck are you doing? How the fuck dare you try to say that you convinced me of any shit? Who the fuck do you people think you are? You people are ridiculous. This is why we don't include you in the conversation. This is why we treat you people like you're little children, because you act like little children. You're liars like little children." That's what Donald Trump's gonna tell this dude. New Annalena Baerbock. Don't know what his name is. Don't fucking care. All right. So also we've got a little bit more news about Kevin Kühnert, the little crybaby. Oh, victim Kevin Kühnert. Oh, poor guy. He was so sick. And he had some diffuses gefühl. Before we talk about him, I want to ask you guys to do me a favor and like, subscribe, comment, do all the things to help my videos get out to more people. It helps with the algorithm. You know how it works. It's free. You can do it for free. It only costs you 2 seconds. Help me out. Help a brother out. Do that. Do all the reposting and following and liking and commenting you can on these videos wherever you're watching it. And if you want to get access to all my content, including my articles, the best place to go is my Substack. It's allaboutlogic.substack.com. There you will get an email every time something I do is published, whether it's an article or a video, it doesn't matter. It all stays on Substack. There's no censorship, no deleting, no banning, no nothing. So that's the best place to go to get all my content. But wherever you're watching at the moment, go ahead and like, subscribe, and do all the things. Now, that being said, then let's get to Kevin Kühnert again. Kühnert, we know he claimed he was ill. Everybody thought he was dying of cancer. Everybody treated the guy like a fucking war hero. You know, he's getting all these condolences and we hope you get better soon, Kevin. And he stepped back out of politics, except for his salary. He was like, no, I don't want to step out of politics that far. I'd really like to get that $100,000 that's going to be waiting for me in these 6 months. But other than that, I'm basically out of politics. So I'm out of politics except for the money I get paid to do politics. I'm going to keep that. And he just gets to do that. You know what I'm saying? He gets to do that. No problem. Then we find out he wasn't really sick at all, which makes it totally strange. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't sick. Oh, now he wasn't sick. Okay. So that's weird. You know what I mean? That's fucking weird. Not being sick, but still getting fucking paid to be sick. That's odd. So we know that, right? And now he's obviously looking at trying to come back to politics again because he sees that his party, even though they lost the election with only 16%, they're back in power. They're back at the top of the pyramid right now. It's unbelievable, thanks to Friedrich Merz. I mean, he is the people's chancellor. Yeah, he's the leftist people's chancellor. Okay, he's the lefties chancellor. He's not the regular people's chancellor at all, but he gave power to the SPD, the party that Kevin Kühnert had to leave because he was so sick with his diffuses gefühl. And so now Kevin Kühnert says, well, you know, I wasn't really sick, right? But you know, I was intimidated. I was tired of the threats. And then when the farmers protested last year, January, okay, we're talking about January 2024. This dude left politics in October 2024. So we're talking about like 8 months later, okay? In January 2024, they had protests. And apparently the farmers built gallows outside of the SPD offices in Berlin. Now, there's no, as of yet, there might be some, there's no video or picture evidence of these gallows, right? I think they took it right out of the January 6th playbook in America, where they built actual guillotines for Mike Pence, right? Little ones, mini ones, not real ones, but they were like props, yeah? But that's what the Kevin Cooter is trying to say now. He's trying to say, yeah, well, they built gallows, the farmers, the mean Nazi fucking farmers that we are trying to completely shut down with our politics. They were angry, and now I'm intimidated. I was also intimidated by two neo-Nazi looking dudes. They were standing at a hotel, and they looked like neo-Nazis, but when I walked in, they said, "Hi, Mr. Kunert," and I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. And Kevin Kunert was a little scared little bitch, right? He's a little scared little bitch, right? Because he can talk all the shit he wants on Marcus Lutz, where there's security and protection and all that shit. But he forgot, as he was doing his politics to ruin the country and ruin the place for the German people, he forgot that he also has to go outside once in a while and go to places with no security. And oh my God, he realized people hate his guts. People hate his fucking little guts because he's a little fucking rat piece of shit that's out there finger wagging everybody how the fuck they have to live their lives because he knows better. He's like 12 years old. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not taking no cues from no Kevin Cooter. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, Kevin. Go suck a dick. Anyway, yeah, and because of all the intimidation and all the pressure and all the hate, that is what made him. It's the farmers' fault, right? Again, it's the Nazis. It's the Nazis because the farmers were called Nazis back then because they protested against government policy. And anybody that protests against the left for anything is a Nazi by definition. We know this, right? They're Nazi. They're like Hitler. I mean, they're pretty much exactly like Hitler. Like the AFD, Hitler, AFD, same shit. We know, right? They're like, what's the difference? It's exactly the same. I mean, they're doing exactly the same thing, even though they're not in power. That's weird, huh? So, anyway, Kevin Cooter now came up with this new shit about, it's the farmers now, right? It's everybody except him. See, the thing is, I'm sure he did get mentally distressed because, he's a millennial. And millennials can't handle reality very well in general. Now, I'm not trying to dick on all millennials, but listen, guys, when my generation, which is the one before yours, right? I'm Gen X, so, we didn't have peanut allergies and gluten allergies, and, we could handle a day of work on 4 hours sleep, and we could work more than 8 hours a day. And, we didn't have all these mental problems and anxieties and have to take 20,000 pills and need online psychiatry because we needed our brains checked all the time. No. That wasn't us. That's you guys. So I can't help it that that's you guys. All right. And Kevin Coonert's one of these pussy people that can't handle life. The reason why his head got fucked up is because he can't handle life. And he certainly can't handle the life of a politician in Germany, especially one that is utterly hated. You know what I'm saying? Just like their party is utterly hated. And that's basically what the problem was. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what the problem was. So that he had mental distress, sure he did. Absolutely, he probably did. But that's not to justify. He wasn't sick, bro. You know what I mean? If he thought that the threats and the shit and the stuff was bad then, I mean, he wants to come back now. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing because look, dude, that is crazy. That is crazy. Because he will never ever be able to handle what's coming to him this time around. Because I bet they're gonna get like mega fucking hate, right? The SPD, they like I said, they were at 16%, and now they got roped into power by Friedrich Merz. They didn't deserve it. The people don't want them to be in power. We know that. The people want to be in power, the CDU and the AFD. That's who the people want. But the CDU chose not to go with the AFD and chose the SPD, the loser of the election. And so people are righteously pissed off, right? They are pissed off, and they fucking should be. You know what I mean? So if Kevin Cooter thought he was getting hate in January 2024 that took 8 months to set in, so they quit in October, then that motherfucker's got a surprise coming that he is not going to like here soon, right? So he's not going to like what's coming now. Because if he thought they hated his ass then, after this stunt with the being sick, and then if he dares to come back into politics and keep his $100,000 for the time he was sick but not sick, right? people are going to want to kill that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? People are not going to be greeting him anymore as he goes into hotel rooms. No, they're going to spit on him. You know what I'm saying? They're going to throw more eggs at his gay ass. You know what I mean? That guy is completely delusional. Oh my God, dude. It's such a fucking amazing time to be alive, though, right? It's amazing. You know what I mean? In a way, it's super scary. You know, because like these people have our lives in their hands. That's not great. I don't like that at all. You know what I mean? At all. I don't like that at all. Because it's a dangerous situation. They could get us killed at any minute. They could make sure the economy collapses at any minute. That, you know, we can't, our money's worth jack shit. You know what I mean? They could, all of these major decisions are made by these people who are completely incompetent to make them. So it's a scary time to be alive. But on the other hand, it is kind of exciting, and it's so outrageous. You know what I mean? It's definitely entertaining. You know, it's definitely, I'm like, every day, I'm like, yo. Every day I think it can't get any crazier, and every day it fucking does. That's why the Insanity Report is a fitting fucking name for this show. So, there you go. Guys, I can't wait till tomorrow. Can you? What more shit are these people going to try to sell us? It's going to be amazing, guys. It's going to be amazing. All right, people, take it easy. Enjoy the sunny day. Today is awesome weather, as it was yesterday. So hopefully everybody has a great day today and enjoys that. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the Insanity Report for Germany. Peace out.